Hello everyone, it's Amy. Welcome back for another Market Monday. Today we have a slow stitching kit, and I've been kind of getting into the slow stitching a little bit, and Rachel from Roxy Creations is going to be doing like a challenge throughout the first half of the year. And so I thought that I might want to do that, and there might be some of you out there that wanted to do that. So I put together a slow stitching kit. And if you're interested, these are $25 and it's PayPal. My email will be below, and email me if you're interested. I don't do comments on YouTube because they don't necessarily come in the right order. So just send me an email. I will let you know if I have one left, and then you can pay at that time. So now the 6 kits, I have 6 different pieces of fabric out of a a fabric catalog, upholstery catalog, and they're about 14.5 by 13. So, but these are all going to be different. So I can't do a request because by the time that you email me, these packages will be sealed. I won't know which one is in which bag or envelope. So, but these are the 6 different ones that are in the kit. So and they're all kind of in the neutral brownie tones. So we've got this one here. They do have this piece of paper here that is stuck on. And so you kind of have to work at getting that off. But I have used them before, and I've always been able to get them off. So you could also soak it if you needed to. But so we have the brown one. And then it's even pretty on the back. On the back, it looks kind of like velvet. And then we have this one with the golds and the coppers. And that one's got a nice big flower on it. The back looks like that. And we have this one in the tans with some rust on it. And it's got some kind of like little screws, it looks like, on there, or brads. There's the back of that one. We have this one with the browns and the tans, and that's kind of like velvety with some stitching and some, that's kind of stamped on the background there. Back of that one's kind of plain. And then we have this one with the browns with the sparkly stitching on it. And that's kind of a silky, and then it's got the metallic thread. There's what the back of that one looks like. I show you the back because sometimes I actually use the back instead of the front because I like the back better. And then the last one looks like this. And this is mostly like silky kind of threads. Whoops. Stuck to that. And the back of that one's kind of plain also. So you'll get one of those 6 covers, or whatever you want to use them for. I thought you may want to use them for a book cover. So you will get, sorry about that, you'll get one piece of a triangle-shaped piece of burlap that you can use to piece into your kit. And then there are 10 of the little fabric squares that you can stamp on, you can dye them, you can do whatever you'd like with, and they are about 1.5 inches square. So there are 10 of those. Then we have 30 inches of this lace, and some of these things are recycled. This came off of a tablecloth, so there's some pleating on it. This one looks like it's all pleating. Some of them have some pleating and then a bare spot or a flatter spot and then pleating again. So there's 30 inches of that lace. There we go. Alrighty, so that's that. There's 36 inches of these 2 fibers. So we've got this one. It's kind of a denim blue and then turquoise. And this kind of opens up, and it has kind of like little ball trim, tiny ball trim there, and then kind of a mesh there, and then a netting, like a fish netting there. So that is what that looks like. And there's 36 inches of the blue, and then I think the green looks just the same. There's also 36 inches of this, yes, and it's kind of got like the little ball trim kind of, and then the net, and then the fishnet there. So there's 2 of those, or the green one and the blue one, and they're 36 inches. Then we have this piece of cottony type fabric, and it's a little bit silky. It's not a plain cotton. It's got a little silkiness to it. And that is 8 inches wide and 60 inches long. I thought you could use that maybe for your book pages, or like if you want to do the accordion fold thing. And then we have this piece of muslin, which is kind of a cotton fabric, and that is 8 inches by 20 inches. And then we get into each kit, and these again are also going to be different, has a patterned piece of upholstery fabric, and then I don't want to say plain, but you know, it doesn't have like the flowers and stuff on it. And these are approximately 3.5 inches by 6 inches, and some of them will have paper on the back, some of them will not. And then we have a piece of the batting that you can use if you want to puff something up. And that's, I believe, 6 by 6. Yes, that's approximately 6 by 6. And then we have a vintage piece of fabric here. And this is 6 inches by 10 inches. So I've got some color now coming out into the project. And then we have this piece of beautiful green. And I hope that this is showing up the right colors, because the colors may look different on your computer than what they are. But this is kind of a green color, and that's 6 inches by 10 inches. And then we have this floral, which you can go ahead and you can even cut out different pieces like of the flowers. And that is 6 inches by 10 inches. This is a piece of green, kind of silky, almost see-through fabric, and that's 5 inches by 6 inches. We have this piece of wired burlap. There's a wire on each side, so you want to be careful, don't poke yourself with that low wire. It's not wired in the middle, only just on each end, like wired ribbon. And there's 12 inches of that, and that is 4 inches wide and 12 inches long. And then we have this piece of kind of silky fabric, which has these little diamonds in it. And this piece is 6 inches wide by 24 inches long. And those are all approximate figures. And then we have this piece also with diamonds in it. Kind of looks like, it's like a faux suede. So there's that, and it just kind of looks like suede with the stitching on it. And that is 14 by 14. And then we have this piece of lace, which has the 4 flowers on it. You can use it like that. You can cut it into 2. You could cut it into 4 individual ones. And that is a total of approximately 7 by 7. And then we have this piece of embroidery, and it's got this scallop on the edge. There's 6 scallops on the bottom, and then we've got this pretty flower, and these are all the same. And that is approximately 11 inches wide this way. Kind of tried to fold it so that the flowers didn't get too wrinkly. Okay, and then the bits and pieces. So we have a package of sequins, just all different colors and a few different sizes. And then we have some buttons and some flat back sparkles and some charms. I thought I'd kind of dump these out so they're easier to see. Get them out of there. Alrighty, so there's 6 charms. So we have 2 of these little wings, And then we have this larger wing. And then this ballerina. And this parrot, or cockatoo probably. I'm going to kind of put these into the white section. And then kind of hold it up so that you can see it. So this is what we have for the charms. 2 of them are gold and 4 of them are silver. Fake gold, fake silver. So, and then there are 6 of those. There are 8 of the flat backs. I'm going to go ahead and take the charms off of here. Put them on the bag. So, and all of these flat backs have a hole in them. So, so that you can sew through it. There's a hole here and a hole here. And there are 8 of those, and each one of them is different. So, and most of these are the charms are all the same, and these are all the same. The buttons are the same, except for a couple of the larger buttons they're the same size and the same hole configuration, but they might be just a little bit different because it was hard to come up with 6 exactly the same with what I had. So we have these. There are 10 buttons. There are 4 in the pinkish red shades. This one is white on the top and pink on the bottom. And then there are 3 greens and there are 3 in the blue shades. So there's 10 buttons. So we have those as little things that you can sew onto your project. Then we have some thread. Now this comes from the recycle store. So we've got, this is silky thread. There are 2 of these, and they're a very thin thread. And then there are 2 of these, and they are, it says on here, it says chenille. And that is, they're kind of a heavier, I'm trying to see if I could show you like how big they are. That's kind of a bit of a heavier cotton. So there's 2 of those. Now the threads will all be different in the kits, but there will be 2 of the shiny, 2 of the chenille, and then these ones are kind of bumpy, is I guess how I would say it. But so those kind of look like that. It almost reminds me of little tiny rickrack or something. So there will be 2 of those. Again, all different colors. And then there will be 1 packet of this DMC in a neutral color. It doesn't tell me what they call the color. To me, it's kind of a tanny color. And so there's a whole thing, a skein of that. And then just, I believe it's 30 or 36 inches of each of these 4 colors. And they're wrapped on a little floss holder, so that, you know, just kind of to get you started. And then there's a couple more floss holders that you can put some of your floss on. So there's 2 of those. And then there are 10 of these these are little rubber discs, and I use these to pull needles. So if you're going through something thick, you get your needle partway through, you get it to the thread, and you can't pull it through, if you take this and just fold it in half around your needle and pull, it really does give you the grip to help get that needle through there. So there's 10 of those. So you can put them in different places or in case you lose any. So then we have these ribbons. There are 2 very fine in a yellow and a pink. And then we have this one, a white, that's probably about 1/4 of an inch. And then these are just a little bigger. And so we have a peach and a blue, and then the red is even, I think, a little bit bigger than the peach and the blue. So, so we have all of these ribbons, and I've just pinned them together, and they are about 24 inches long. So we got 2 feet of each of those. And then we have these laces or different things. These are little like roses in tan. And then we have this maroon lace, which is thinner than the rest. And then we have a blue, light blue, and white, and then pink. So we have those laces, and those are also approximately 24 inches long. And then we have some rickrack. And so we've got this small piece of green ribbon. I loved this ribbon. I thought it went really well with this kit. And when I went to take it off the reel, I only had just a little short piece. So I cut it into 6 pieces and put one in each kit because you don't need great big huge pieces. I've been having I had a hard time when I started just trying to even, you know, I looked at some slow stitching kits and they had a lot of pieces that were just this long because you don't need really long pieces. I just had a hard time, you know, like wrapping my head around doing them that size. And so these are each approximately 12 inches long, the 3 rickracks, and I think this is about 4 inches. Looks like it's between 4 and 5 inches for that green piece of ribbon. And then we have this little kind of lacy doily. And we have this applique butterfly, this piece of crochet. And then we have this rose that you can either just cut out the rose, you can use the side strips, you can use it whole just like that. So we have that one. And then we have this decorative one, which again, you can use each of these panels. You can use just this piece and then just this, and then, you know, you could cut out the center if you want. That's why I was trying to find something that you could, you know, sew on top. And then we have, this is velvet, sticky back velvet from the recycle store. So that's just, it's just that wide, which is, let me see here, about 1 1/4 inches wide by about 3 1/2 inches long. Each of, and there's 1, 2, 3, there's 5 pieces of that. And then we have these colored fabrics, and each one is different. And I believe that they're like 4 by 5. Yes, they're approximately 4 by 5. And we have the blue, the white with the pink polka dots, the maroon with the pink flowers. We have one that's got pink and blue flowers, and the green, daisies. We have pink flowers there. And then we've got the dark blue with some little flowers, a little bit of purple. This is kind of like the pink one, except with blue flowers. And we've got this navy background with all those bright colored flowers, green with white daisies, purple with leaves, and the maroon with the colored flowers on it. So this is the kit that we have. And again, it's $25. If you are interested, just send me an email and I will let you know if I still have one left. I hope that you like this kit, and even if you're not interested in purchasing this kit, if you would let me know if you think this was a good kit. It took me all week to put this together, and because I just really wasn't sure exactly how to do it, because this is, you know, not something I've really done that much before. And so, you know, do you think that this is what should be in a slow stitch kit is kind of what I'm just wondering. So again, just let me know if you're interested. I really do appreciate you stopping by. And I hope that you all have a wonderful Christmas. We got our Christmas tree up this weekend. I'm so excited. So thank you again. I really do appreciate you. And I hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.